External impressioning for a removable prosthesis is a recording of the patient's neutral zone, but performed in a manner that allows the denture base to be finished to this contour, resulting in a maximum comfort and stability of the denture within the facial mask. The external impressioning procedure is performed at the wax try-in or dress rehearsal appointment, only after the patient has approved the final denture setup. The wax is removed from the setup, extending from the necks of the teeth to the denture flange. It's important to retain an adequate amount of wax to provide stabilization of the denture teeth. A vinyl polysiloxane adhesive is applied to the exposed surface and a light-bodied VPS applied to the entire area. On the maxillary facial surface, the patient is instructed to pooch out the lips and then smile. This action is repeated several times during the first half of the VPS set time. These movements activate the musculature defining the optimal contour of the denture surface. Once the VPS material has fully set, the denture is removed and the result is observed. It's often found that the contours are not what the practitioner has been previously taught about denture contours. Many areas may be convex, where concave contours were expected. The posterior cheek muscles during function will embrace the VPS material, often producing convex contours. It's important to note that following these patient-generated contours will make the prosthesis feel more natural to the patient. On the mandibular arch, after the wax has been similarly removed and adhesive placed, a light-bodied VPS material is applied to the facial portion of the denture base and returned to the mouth. Again, the patient is instructed to smile and pooch forward the lips several times. As with the maxillary denture, these functional muscle movements define the optimal shape for the facial surface of the denture. It may be found that in some areas, the muscle movements remove all of the VPS material, exposing the denture base. This indicates an area where the base needs to be relieved to allow more room for the muscles. Similarly to the maxillary denture, the optimal base contours may not coincide with the practitioner's expectations. The cheeks often form a convex shape in the posterior. Following these contours will aid in keeping the denture seated and minimizing collection of food debris on and under the denture. On the lingual of the mandibular denture, after the wax has been removed and VPS adhesive placed, light body VPS material is applied to the entire lingual surface. The denture is returned to the mouth and the patient is instructed to sip water, activating the swallowing motions of the tongue muscle. The patient then extends the tongue forward and from side to side. The combination of these movements delineates the contours formed by the action of the tongue musculature against the denture. Recreating these contours in the final prosthesis is critical for stability and comfort of the denture against the forceful muscle movements of the tongue. The contour created by the tongue, if replicated in the final denture, will minimize and often reverse the lifting motion of the tongue against the denture. The contours of a denture created by following the patient's neutral zone will often differ considerably from a denture that is not customized to the patient's functional movements. Customization improves stability, comfort, and patient satisfaction.